houses are like a lot more expensive here than the markets in the States. So 30, it's not a crazy amount on a wholesale deal here. So that was kind of a minimum 30, and we're like, wow, people are actually taking these offers. And then I was like, hey, let's shoot for more than that. Like, see how far we can basically shoot. And then we started to see just the fees go up and up. And so that was another big takeaway. Like, you can always go up on your offer, but you can't go down. So if you're offering where you're gonna make 10 on it, or you're scared that the like gonna tell you to get out of here, like some of them will, but there's actually, if it's positioned well, I offered I think 210 on it, and she was like, my rock bottom is like 300. And I was like, she's motivated, she's got a situation, and she's texting back and forth, and can't, and like you build good rapport, you try to solve the problem. Like people aren't really gonna be all that pissed at you, at least in my experience. But yeah, I don't know what to say.
No, I mean, Sebastian, I think really good points, man, that I really want to break down for all of you guys who watch this. Understand, that's why I always talk about quality over quantity. For me too, when I first got started, I was just taking any deals, right? Any deals that was available, right? 5K, 10K, 7,000, 15,000. Okay, I'll take it all. Then obviously now I just created more work, more paperwork, more people you have to hire because you're doing more volume. But it's not necessary that you're actually making more, because even though you do more deals, but you have to hire more manpower to take over the workload because you can't do it. So, just like Sebastian, I made a shift. That's why for me now, like I turned down opportunity where I could have made 10,000, but I choose not to, because I want to focus on what it is here. So I want to make a minimum of 25,000. So anything less than that, I'm just not interested in negotiating. So when we set up our AI, right, our AI scout, when he does his form offer, right, his first offer will be like 40 G's we want to make, and then the final 25,000. And then my AI Ryan just called the seller, make the offer. Seller accept, great. Right, hit a home run. Seller doesn't accept, cool. Right, I don't want to do 5 deals at $5,000 a pop. I'd rather do 3 deals at $25K a pop. Right, less work that I have to do. Sebastian. So I go to this mastermind, and once again, like it just sounds cool. Like it just sounds cool on paper. I run a big operation. I got 20 employees. So there's this cat that's in this mastermind. So I don't know if you heard of it, but it's called EG, which is Collective Genius. And they basically, it costs like 30, 35, it's probably like 45K, 40K now, I'm not exactly sure. Could be 35. But to that, you have to do at least X amount of deals to be in that group. And a lot of times I think, we let our ego kind of get in the way of what's important. Because I see some of the investors on there, they walk in there with a big ego. The ego is like, hey, I do X amount of deals. So there's this cat that was in there, has like, I don't know, I think he has 15 to 20 employees, and he does, he probably do like 20 plus, 20 to 30 deals a month. But dude, he's making $2,500 to $7,000 on these deals. No joke, $2,500 to $7,000 on the deal, and he was doing 20 to 30 of these a month, having 15 to 20 employees. And then, so what CG is, what Mastermind is obviously, first you got to go in there, and how, Mastermind helps you is that, we mastermind among each other. So a lot of times you got to be very vulnerable, which means you got to open up your business so we all can see what's going on with your business, so we can help you resolve the issue, right? So that's what a mastermind is. So like, it's very private. That's why when Sebastian said, me going flipping and looking behind closed doors, dude, I got a when you do the flip, you got a $700 bills that you got to pay, and that's the same thing. A lot of time on social media, we share the wins only share the good things, but dude, like the late nights where Sebastian and I were going to pain and the struggle, and like we couldn't sleep.
This nigga be trying to charge $100, $180 a haircut.
Oh, for real.
But the
We'll show you
public don't
your
see
thing.
that. It's just like
I posted it on
when
my
I go to
page.
this
It's got like
mastermind.
1,000 views.
The biggest takeaway when I go
Buck
to this
80,
mastermind,
$80 for
Sebastian,
shape up.
is that
Young dude. So he
I realized that, dude, I wasn't doing so bad. But I thought that I wasn't doing. I thought that I needed to make some major changes in my business. But it wasn't. It was just little. It's just one. So because I said, man, people are doing X amount of deals. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, they took 3 years to grow.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 10 years and I'm still not even there. But
But
then I didn't see their lifestyle.
What kind
I
of
didn't
clippers
see
he got?
that what they had to like the trade off. You know what I'm saying? Minimum of 3-4 hours a day, and they're working 16 hours.
That's them.
Right? So being in that mastermind allowed me to see that. And it allows me to see that, I was
I'm
only
about
doing
to
3
be
to
on
5
that. I'm
deals
about
a
to put my
month.
shit out there.
But then maybe I make the same amount that 30 deals a month.
Right?
But I didn't get to see that until I go in, and now I realize that instead of chasing numbers of deals, you just need to focus on the spread of the deals. But a lot of times you don't know that what I'm saying is that sometimes you might already doing the right shit. But then you wanted to make the change because you don't know that someone else was doing what you wanted to do, but it is wrong. Right? All right, so it's like you're trying to fix something that's not broken, and then all of a sudden now you're trying to fix it, and now the whole shit broken, right? And so that's the biggest takeaway that I got from that mastermind. But some of these guys in there are obviously big play, So for those of you who's watching, I really want you to understand that number one is focus on building the business around the lifestyle that you want. Like if you want the chaos, if you want to, if you want to be in your and look like you're 60, go fix and flip, right? Dude, like if you want to work, 2+ hours a day, if you want your phone to blow up every single day, with contractor, dealing with city, getting permit and all that, then then go ahead and do that. But for me, dude, I just want my biggest thing, Brandon, is that right now, dude, I think for me anyway, now that I'm in my 40s, I'm turning 43 this January. I think for me, dude, the biggest thing is like a peace of mind. Like, I don't want to deal with drama. I don't want to deal with a bunch of stress. I don't want to, manage a bunch of people and be responsibility for 15 employee, So I don't know kind of where you're at and with your business. And what advice, Brandon, would you give to the people who are, maybe looking to grow and scale their business?
My thing is always like stay lean, like especially now with AI, with different kinds of lead sources. There's so many ways to not build a massive operation. Even like, I don't know, cold calling is not a thing really in Canada, but like I hear about leads talking like 60 leads to get a deal. I'm like, that just, the contracts are probably cheaper, but like the headache that comes that you need on your team to go through the cold calling, like again, the pissed off sellers, like all of our leads, people want to hear what we have to say. They want an offer. They want some kind of a solution. So it makes it a lot easier to actually enjoy what you do. It just gives you the opportunity to stay lean. Like you can do multiple deals a month with no team if you have good lead sources. But obviously, if you're cold calling, if you're doing the outbound calling yourself and you're booking the offer appointments yourself, like you're probably going to struggle to do even one deal a month. So my thing is, after we got burned by those flips, it was be as lean as we possibly can be, highest lead quality that we can get, and just like optimize for let me see how I want to put it. Like as an example, I don't call listed sellers. I know some people who still call listed leads. For me, it's such a low probability that I would rather pass. or have an AI offer them, you know, some discounted price, and maybe every once in a while one of them works out. But same thing with the year that they bought it. Like, I'm pretty picky on, you know, what year they bought the property, and so I'll save myself those calls too. So it's money on the table, sure, but I look at it as kind of what you were saying about the lifestyle. Like, I don't want to be glued to the phone all the time. Don't want to be like grinding those 5-10K fee deals where the sellers just get pissed off. The banger deals, the sellers, in my opinion, are the most happy.
True.
The-
So true.
Yeah, the 5K when you're going back to the seller for a 10K price after you're gonna make 5, and they're pissed, like, and then you feel bad to go back to them versus just offer a good offer, and like, you're gonna have happy sellers. And I think that the only other thing I can think of, which has also made the difference for me, was offer where I would realistically buy at. Because what I find is that there's a lot of people who are like, oh, well, there's a 40K discount here, it's a deal for someone. And then they end up all these contracts that no one wants to buy, instead of like, where would I buy this at? And that's usually a really, really low price. And if I would buy it, like, if I had to, for some reason, close on it, if I would do that, then I'm definitely gonna find someone in a sign fee. Which to me, that's probably been the biggest kind of game changer.
Sebastian, dude, bro, that is such a good point. You know, I get people are still sending me stuff where, hey, Carl, oh my God, this seller said, I called them and it's a listed property, right? On Zillow, and oh my God, they listed for $199, and they told me that they will sell for $175. I said, bro, if it's listed, all right, listen to me. If you want that to actually be a deal, you gotta get it at least off of the 50% off. Because it's $199. It's been sitting on the market for 60 days. You're telling me that if it's they're trying to sell for $200,000 and it's been on the market for 60 days, you don't think that Sebastian and I, if that was the deal, that we wouldn't come in, we wouldn't come in and we wouldn't take that deal already? Obviously, it's not a deal, and which means they probably got a lot of lowball offer already, right? They probably got a ton of lowball offer already. So, which means it tells you that it doesn't worth that, and other investors are probably offering low, and which means, that 175 is probably like, if they would accept the lowball offer, they would have sold it already. So, which tells me, what I'm saying is that, dude, you gotta, if it's on the MLS, it gotta be low. You're gonna offer anything 40 to 50%. But honestly, I agree with Sebastian. We don't focus on market here. We don't focus on MLS. We don't cold call anymore. It used to work, doesn't work anymore, and I feel like it just, I think, when you're, like, people who are new into the game, I think, Sebastian, most quit before they even get a deal because they burn out, because they do all the strategy that is the freeway. And the freeway requires a lot of your effort and it requires a lot of your time. So everybody's still doing the thing where they learned back in 2008. Pull a list, pound the phone. Dude, you got to call 8 hours a day.
What's up, Tony, the pro? What's up?
Thousands of numbers just to get someone on the phone, because you're around, you're chasing. You're calling random people who don't know how to, who don't even want you to call them. And then you get scream at, yell at, cuss at. And most people after 30 days, they'll quit. They're like, wholesaling doesn't work. Dude, that's because you do what back in 2008. So what we do now, just like Sebastian, we only focus on inbound lead. And they're much easier to talk to because they come to you. Hey, that ad's, it's up there, not for you, but the reason you reach out because it's triggered. So when they come to you, the conversation becomes different. Now, Sebastian, you guys, so what is your guys' lead source looks like?
So it's kind of a wide range. So we've done Facebook, we've done PPC, we've done Google. We've done some free stuff too. Like I've done very big fees on free stuff too. So I wouldn't say it's like a waste of time for people, but I think people underestimate just how much effort they take. And I mean, if someone wants to do something expensive like PPC, well, I mean, yeah, you're gonna drop a lot of money, but it's kind of the speed and convenience of lead source. I mean, for us, we've done well on like building websites and doing our SEO, things like that. That's been a good one for us. But honestly, anything where you're not chasing, because even when we like just got into wholesaling, like we were doing meta ads back then, and I had no idea what I was doing on in-person appointments. Like I remember our flip that we did so well on. The seller's like, yeah, my realtor said I can get 500,000 for it. So I came to the house with a piece of paper printed, like, this is what you can get on market. This is the commissions. Like, I can offer you like 20K under what you would net after commissions on the market. And like, I had no idea what I was doing, but the seller worked with us. The market, helped us on that deal in particular. But like, when you have inbound, I think more mistakes because there's a lot more opportunities. And so for someone starting out, if they are doing any kind of inbound, I think it's a little bit more forgiving versus if you're 1 out of 60 leads with cold calling and you fumble on the one that was the deal. Now you're going through another like grind just to get someone who's like a little bit motivated. So for me, it's anything inbound, and that can literally anything inbound.
Yeah. So if you guys are watching, obviously bandit sign, Facebook ads, PPC, SEO, right? Or referral, whatever it is. So I guess, Sebastian, I guess your guys' main one. I mean, you guys have multiple resource channel, but your main one is SEO, right?
I would say so.
Okay, nice. Now, how long did it took you to get your SEO up and actually see result from it? Because I know SEO sometimes takes a while.
It could take a couple of years.
Yep.
For it to become like a main lead source, like a couple of years.
Okay.
And I would have probably done more paid stuff sooner, but like we literally didn't have money to do it. So because of that, it was like we're kind of bootstrapping it somehow. I mean, we were buying off the MLS at the start as well, which was a big mistake. Yeah.
But if
Awesome. So Sebastian, I want to wrap this up by asking you: is that do you what do you think about AI? And are you implementing AI in your business, or will you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think AI is an absolute must right now. I think the kind of tricky part with it, I don't know, maybe tricky is the wrong word, but like, I think for those who have scaled already, it's like the biggest cheat code. But then also for newer people, like it's such a hack where you can be at your job and it's setting appointments for you. And I remember like at the very start when we started to get inbound leads, like I'm on vacation and it's 9 o'clock and the lead's calling. And it's like, I ought to take that call because if I don't, someone else can lock it up by the time I get back to them. So that like speed to lead and just having that first touch with the seller is so much easier with AI. We have someone building out kind of more of a custom bot for us to just because we want our call flow to be a certain way. So we have that being built out right now. Eventually want to get to something that'll do offers as well. Here we don't have like Zillow data or things like that, so we got to get a lot more creative to what sort of data we can reference, or whether we just need to literally teach AI how to comp using the tools that we have available in Canada. So it's kind of weird. I feel like you guys in the States, it's like, go to Zillow and pull from Zillow, and it's like easy mode.
I know. I actually have. I wouldn't say a lot, but I do have people who are from Canada that follow, and they like calling. You guys had it much easier, and if they are one and complain like a little bitch over there, it might come to Canada. But anyways, man, Sebastian, thank you so much, man, for taking time to jump on this and do this with me. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for it. And Sebastian, I'm gonna reach out to you on Instagram. I like to stay connected.
Thank you, man.
Who's come on board. I love to connect you guys together.
Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity. Happy to be on here.
Have a good one, man. Have a great weekend, dude. Oh, okay. So, if I mean, gosh, it's always nice to bring on fellow investors and just have a talk. Just kind of have a chat. And I obviously don't want to take up a lot of Sebastian's time, especially this the weekend. But talking about versus quality versus quantity, selling to getting the fee plus the higher assignment fee. I remember when I went from just cold calling into, for us, it's Facebook ads, right? Like our main source is Facebook ads. We do text and we do a little direct mail, but mainly through Facebook ads. And I remember when we merged from cold calling to Facebook ads, quality versus quantity. So all of my AI Dream Team investor or anyone who's listening, I want you guys to understand this. And it is a mindset shift because when you go from seeing your team just pound the phone, boom, 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 or you're pounding the phone, right? Like I see my VA just getting the listen, they're calling, and then, or maybe you're the one who's doing it. So it feels like you're working. You feel like, man, I'm working. You feel like something is working. And when all of a sudden you stop working, and then you just wait for inbound lead, and you're like, oh man, there's only 2 leads that came in today. But bro, those are quality leads. Versus you're calling a bunch of hours and a bunch of dials, and then you got someone on the phone, and they're like, oh no, we don't want to sell. Are you right? So what I'm saying is that some of our AI Dream Team investor went from used to having their business they're just working in it all the time to going like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm not doing anything. Like, am I really is my business really growing? Is my business really scaling? And am I even doing it right? So what I'm saying is that go from that to now having seller come to you, which means you don't need a lot of leads to actually get a deal or 2 a month, right? So maybe from there you talk to 60 people or 70 people or 80 or 100 people. But how much time did you put into getting those people on the phone, right? And how many of those people actually turn into a contract and into a deal? Versus maybe, yes, you're running your Facebook ads and maybe you're getting just 10 leads a month. I don't know, or 20 leads a month. Maybe you're just getting 1 lead a day. But they're much more qualified. They're the one who reached out to you, who saw your ads. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to compare? Obviously, I'm a high school dropout. English is my second language. So my vocab is very limited, right? So my vocab is very limited. So a lot of times what I'm really trying to say or express might not come out the way that it actually makes sense to a lot of you, and I apologize. I wish that my vocab was a lot better, but at least a 5-year-old can understand. Hopefully, a 5-year-old can. So I keep mine very basic. So as you guys can see what I'm saying. So even though in your business, nothing seems like it's happening today, and then all of a sudden you got 1 lead come in, you're like, oh man, right? 24 hour, and I got 1 lead. I should have pounded the phone, right? But do you guys want to? So. You can understand. So even though you get 30 leads or 20 leads a month, but what if one of those turn into a deal that you can make $25,000 on, and you're not even doing the work? Your AI agents do all the work. So a lot of times, my friend, is focus on quality over quantity. For the people who go from doing 20 deals a month, making maybe $2,500 or $5,000 per deal, right? Let's just say you're doing 10 deals a month, and you're making $5,000 on that deal. So that's about $50,000 a month, right? You're doing 10 deals. Imagine all of a sudden you went from 10 deals to only doing 5, but you're making $25,000 per deal, right? So it seems like, man, it seems your business is a lot slower, but you're making the same amount. I guess that's my point that I'm trying to make. It feels like your business just went slow. So it feels like there's something wrong that needs to be fixed, because you're so used to all the work. You're so used to not having 5 to 6 hours of free time. So I get it, because it messed with my brain as well. When we went from a $15,000 that I'm pounding the phone calling every day to $1,500 on overhead, and no VAs, no cold calling. Leads are just trickling in. AI's doing all the work, and I feel like, whoa, like my bit, like, am I even making the right decision? Am I even doing the right thing? Until things start to happen, until I become more profitable, doing the same amount of deals, and I don't have to manage 8 VAs or employees, and I have more free time than I had before. Before that, when I woke up, I run to the office, have a meeting with my VAs, and check in deals and see what's going on with them, because now I manage a team. But now I wake up, I go for a 1 hour walk, I question myself, is this even real? Then I went to a gym for another 1 hour. Leads are coming in. And I was like, okay, well, and I can see my AI's talking, so I was like, it makes me feel better. But do you guys understand what I'm saying? So you went from chaos to like freedom. And you're like, is this even real? Like, is my business even growing? And I can tell you from my personal experience, dude, you know, it's all about building that lifestyle around the business that you want to build. You know, my whole thing is I always want to be free. I want to be able to travel, to go whenever I want to go with a business that I can operate just from my laptop and my phone. And never before that it is possible in today's world. Like, you can literally be a one-man, one-woman show and honestly making 25, 50, 100,000 a month. Just you and AI. If you get to, I would say, once you get to that 75, 100K, you're probably going to need at least one VA to kind of help you manage the systems and probably help you doing some dispo, right? Selling the deal as well. But that's it. Could you imagine you, AI, maybe one VA, and can get you to 6-figure a month? But once again, you know, not every single one of you wants to get to 100,000 a month or need to get to 100,000 a month. You know, my dream was to get to 10,000 a month. And I thought I would be a baller if I get to 10,000 a month. But honestly, in my personal experience, I don't care what city, what state you live in. You know, getting to 25,000 a month, if you can get to 25,000 a month consistently, dude, that's a pretty good line. Imagine you, laptop, phone, AI, your AI agent, and you can make 25,000 a month. That's $300,000 a year, and I'm talking about net, not gross, like in your pocket, in your bank. I don't care if you live in New York or Los Angeles. You can spend $15,000 a month on your lifestyle and still save $10,000. That's pretty damn good. You know, you go on vacation 4 to 5 times a year. Dude, that's pretty good, man. Right? And you're working 1 hour, 2 hours a day max. Right? Versus someone that makes, let's just say they make 100,000 a month, but they're working 16 hours a day. They don't have the free time that you do. They don't travel as much as you do. They don't wake up at 12 o'clock noon, right? They got all the stress that you don't have to have. You see, like, everything is a trade-off, and a lot of times now, but now, never before, that you can really scale up, you know, leveraging AI to actually work smarter, scale smarter, not harder, you know? And that's why the people who don't have AI, while they're scaling up their overhead, guess what we're doing? We're scaling up our profit. While they're putting more time in their business, we buy back more of our time to do what we want to do. And that's the kind of business that I want to run. So Facebook family, I'm going to wrap this up, and I want to share with you something here, because that's why I need this. So Brandon is one of AI Dream Team investor, and I want to show you exactly what he texted me, okay? This is Brandon, one of our AI Dream Team investor. Okay, I don't know if you guys see that. And this is what he just texted me. He said, Kong, happy Saturday. Now I'm walking around Central Park. Just seen a call recap. Didn't even know that I had a call scheduled today. Now he's living the life that I post on social media. That some of you watch and be like, yeah, you know, Kong is just showing this AI stuff, but it doesn't work. And now Brandon, my life. Like the other day, he was out at the pool with his wife and kids, right, in his backyard, and guess what? Ryan locked up a deal for him. Calling seller, making offer. And now he's at a park, right? I believe you can't take material with you, but you can take memories with you. And that's the whole thing of being smarter. It's having AI to do the repetitive work for you so you can buy back your time to do what you want to do and build the business that you want to build around the life that you want to live, you know? or build the life business that you want to live. So if you're watching this and you're looking to grow and scale your wholesaling operation, and you're like, I'm interested in getting AI into my business, all you need to do, if you're on YouTube, you can click the link in my description or go to aidreamteam.io. If you're on Instagram, same thing, go to aidreamteam.io, or you can comment or DM me the word AI, and I'll send you the link. TikTok, check the link in my bio. And I'll show you exactly how investors, fellow investors, have used our plug our AI. It is a done for you, a plug and play, that plug our AI system into their business and are seeing results within 30, 60, and 90 days. Some are brand new, never done a deal before. But AI Ryan lock up a deal for them, right? And a minimum is 25K, because that's what we put in our AI Scout, which is your AI deal analyzer. Imagine this. Imagine once you become a member of our AI Dream Team and get the systems, we show you how to generate inbound leads. So you never have to chase seller ever again, never have to cold call again. Imagine just having them come to you. Imagine waking up your phone just blowing up with leads, and you don't have to be the one who even talk to them. It goes straight to your AI Alex. Your AI Alex is going to be your lead manager. Her job is what? Let me show you. Her job is to qualify, filter the seller, and book appointment. Okay, so this is what you get. AI Alex, your lead manager. Okay, her job is to filter, qualify the lead, and book appointment. Then once the seller, right, book the appointment, then it goes to your AI Scout. AI Scout is going to be your deal analyzer. He's going to run the comps, let you know what the property's worth, what to offer to the seller. So no guessing. No use open up your laptop and trying to run the comps. He'll shoot you an email, let you know exactly what it is, and all you need to do is hit approve or disapprove the offer. Once you approve the offer, that lead automatically gets sent over to AI Ryan without you touching your computer or your phone. It goes straight to AI Ryan, which is your purchase manager, your acquisition. And Ryan will call that seller back based on the appointment date and time that they booked, negotiate, make offer, and put that property under contract on your behalf. While you could be at the Central Park, you could be at the pool, you could be on a flight, you're on a vacation trip, whatever it is. So imagine these AI agents are your employee, and they're unlike human, they're working 24/7, 365 around the clock. Now, if the seller doesn't accept the offer, you don't have to worry about following up with them. Your AI agent is going to do the follow-up. So AI Luna will organize your pipeline, and she will qualify that lead based on the asking price and their motivation, and they'll let you know if this is a hot lead, a warm lead, or a cold lead, and then it'll automatically put that lead, once again, without you being there, put that lead under the follow-up sequence that has already built in the CRM that you get with the system. You get my exact 7-figure CRM. Once again, this is a done for you plug and play. No building, no coding, nothing you have to do. So whether you're trying to build your wholesaling business or you're looking to grow and scale it, well, we can plug the system straight into your existing wholesaling operation. And then they'll do all the follow-up. So cold lead gets the cold follow-up, warm lead gets the warm follow-up, and the hot lead gets the hot follow-up. And they will continue with that seller and nurture that lead until that lead become a no into a maybe, and a maybe into a $25,000 yes. I don't know if you saw that I post I post a deal that we recently just locked up. This is from a 3-month follow-up that AI Ryan did. Seller did not accept our offer 3 months ago. She ended up accepting someone else's offer, probably another wholesaler. And at that time, we offered her actually $61,000. Well, 3 months later, she calls back just a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and accept our offer, and it's even lower, $41,000. And now we're going to do novation on it, which means we're going to put that property on the market, and we're hoping to make it, $50,000 on. And how many of those do you need to do a month? Like if this whole that one deal, I'm happy. I'm happy, bro. Like I don't have this crazy lifestyle where I need to make 100,000, $1 million a month. Like if I close one deal, make me 50K, where I literally 1 hour in. The whole entire time I get to go out, enjoy my life, do my thing, and I can make it $50,000. Shit, dude, I'm good, bro. You know, so for me, dude, like I'm good. I've seen the life where people live this extravagant lifestyle and they just have to constantly hustle all day long, right? To keep up with that. I'm just not at that age anymore, you know? It's like your goals and what you want really changes as you get older, man. And a lot of you're watching this, you're in your 20s or your 30s, you might not understand what I'm trying to say, but once you get to your 40s, man, your perspective of things changes, your priority changes, especially if you have kids and you know, kids and everything like that. I don't have kids, but you know, but everything just changes, man, because here's how I look at life now. So I'm gonna turn 43 by January 2027, right? But if you look like this, I only have maybe 30 summer, like, because by that I'll be 73. So if you look at it like that, I'll have 30 summer. Boom, I'll hit 73. Like, what are you gonna do at 3, man? Like, I don't want to be hustling and grinding and I'm creating content in here, right? So that's why, like, I want to enjoy my life now while I still have the energy to travel, to do the things, you know? Like, what are you gonna do at 7? Like, that's why people like, you have a lot of time. I'm here to tell you, dude, you don't have a lot of time. Like, if you're 50, bro, you have 20 summer left. I know. When you put it like that, dude, it is scary. And I'm telling you, it's scary. So you're sitting on the sideline, you're still grinding at the J or the B or whatever you're doing that you're not happy or unsatisfied with your current life. I'm telling you right now, dude, one decision, 1 year, one deal can change your life around. So instead of saying one day I'll like make the move, right? Because if you don't do 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you're going to be in the exact same spot that you probably don't want. So to all people who said that you have a lot of time, I'm here to tell you that you don't have a lot of time. Seriously. I'm telling you, dude. You wake up and all of a sudden a decade just went by. Like 10 years just whoop, went by. So would you rather wake up 5 years from now living the life that you have trying to build for the last 5 years, where you can wake up, do whatever you want, or would you wake up 5 years from now and still be in the exact struggle? The choice is yours. But I'm telling you, the clock is ticking and your time is running out fast. Fast. So get your mindset straight, get your priority right, and get your shit together now. Because you don't have time. You know, because people said you have time, but you don't. Because, man, when you get into your, let's just say when you get into your 60s, your energy is different. The risk that you can take is different. Because you messed up, bro. Dude, your retirement is going to look real bad. Right? And just know that you don't all of a sudden decided, you know, I'm 60, I'm going to start now. And all of a sudden a year later, you become a millionaire. It's not going to be like that. So for the next 5 to 10 years, you have to sacrifice. Right? And why would it, so if you're 60, you start, like, what, like, and then all of a sudden 10 years later, you're a millionaire now that you're 70. Like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point? You're 70, you know, the average life in America for a man is 78. So if you're 70, you got 8 summer. Like, dude, you got 8 summer. What's the point? So for me, it's like, dude, make the sacrifice early, get your shit together, right? Make that sacrifice that 5 year now, do whatever you need to do, build your empire up, so that way when you're in your 40s, your 50s, or for those of you, if you're in your 30s now, imagine when you're 35 or you're 40, you get to wake up when you want, do what you want, and you still have the energy like you were in your to travel, right? To do what you want, and then you can spend the next 50 years of your life or 40 years of freedom. Okay? So I hope that resonates with some of you here, and I hope that the message will get on your feet, get you rocking and rolling. So let's back to the whole thing.
Nigga,
Sorry, I got
I don't like to be
distracted. Back to the whole thing. So you got
working
food,
7
you
days,
got,
nigga. I'm
you know,
doing 3
and then you got
businesses.
AI Atlas.
Bro,
View Finder. Once again,
I-
we
I-
also
I-
have to
I-
set up your Facebook ad.
you sitting
You
there
gotta
half
generate
of it's not like you
with
standing
Facebook
up all day.
No,
Okay?
I'm not.
So why
You don't have to be
not? I
tech
work
savvy.
7 days.
Bro,
We
nigga.
have
my
a
shit
live
is
class
relentless,
every
bro.
week
You got a woman
that literally
and
my
you give
team
your
will show
woman
you
a
exactly
call.
I don't
Some of
put
our
no
AI
woman in the
team
picture.
That's
bro.
training.
Send
Don't put
I gotta
no
wake
woman
up
Using
5 in the
doctors.
morning, take you to work, come
Like,
in
they,
the
they
shop,
couldn't even open up, man.
leave the shop,
the
go
email.
pick your ass up,
So you
bring
can
you
phone.
home. Man, that
Okay.
shit is
Also too is
every fucking day.
yeah,
Don't
you
tell
can
me
get my
she's
full
working on the
CRM, the exact
weekend.
CRM that
Then
I
that's
use
a
for my
whole
business.
nother thing if you
Well,
work
I
with
don't know what
You have
you
the
try to
exact same
get to
thing.
in life, but if you try to get
Also too is
Yeah.
you know, once there's
It
a
takes
once Ryan
hard
lock you
work
up a
to-
deal,
That's why they say
right?
shit about the
It
block.
gotta
you can also send it to my team.
They
We'll
got-
also find the buyer for
time
the
to
deal
wake
as
up
well.
to the time to close your eyes, nigga.
Okay?
Trust
But this is how,
trust-
let me show you some of the
I can see
results.
it.
So we have new investors, and we have experienced investors who actually use the system, and here's all the results that they've got. You know, this is Oz.
I'm still
He,
learning, though.
you know, Oz has a
Like,
full-time JO to B.
but at least
Yeah,
I'm
he wants to
trying
get into wholesaling before, but it was
Sit here not
impossible
doing it. I'm trying
because
to finish.
he didn't have the time and he didn't have the skills that he has to learn how to talk and negotiate, but now he doesn't have to. AI agent will do for him. Here's Sabrina. Here's
Might be a
Eric.
little different energy.
You know? Here's Rashawn. Here's Jeff. Look at this. $40,000 deal contract signed within 3 weeks.
My energy
Here's
is
Eric.
what I'm
Ain't no perfect.
You know, Eric
Eric
actually works for his family business.
I
He
gotta
works
learn
from
this
5
shit
a.m.
before I
to 9
invest.
p.m. This cat works like a so much respect for Eric. Look at that. AI Ryan just locked up a deal. And I did brought Eric on and interviewed him on YouTube, and you haven't seen it, go watch it. Like everyone who's on here, I have brought him on my YouTube. So if you haven't seen the full interview, you can go watch it. Right? This is Eric. Here he is again.
Definitely right about that.
Right? Here's
I already set
Danny. Like,
myself up for that. I know I'm gonna take some multiple.
so a lot of times, you know, I show this because
That's why I
talk
can't
is
really
cheap.
do too much, like,
Result
how
is
these
what
niggas
is
be
what
doing it,
matters.
like,
You know, everybody out there talking about their AI, this AI app, but have your AI shown results?
What I can
At all.
do. You know what
If
I'm
it's
saying?
not, then I don't
See if
want
I
it.
can build off of that shit.
You know what I'm saying? If it's not, I don't want it. Because if it worked, you would have used it. Because if it doesn't work, that's why. So my whole thing is results speaks louder than anything that I can say. One testimonial, right, from a fellow investor who used the systems said, you know, it's more than me just sitting here and telling you millions of things. But once again, this is not for everybody. It's for those of you who's looking to build, to grow, to scale your wholesaling business, and you want to take it up to the next level. Maybe you're a one-man show, one-woman show. You do everything yourself, and you're like, "Come, I'm so tired of this, man." Right? It's the weekend. But you still got to talk to seller. You still got to qualify the
I don't want to
leads.
know everything.
Right? You
I
still
just
got to run the. You still got to book the appointment. You still got to make the offer. Right? And your whole entire day, you work. Right? All the appointment that was booked.
Ain't gonna be for me.
Imagine all of those is being taken off of you. Imagine you get 6 to 7 hours back of your life every single day. How would you use that free time? Maybe to work on your health. You know, maybe to spend more time with your kids. Maybe to spend more time with your family.
Only take some fucking losses. That's just
You know.
inevitable, man. You're gonna lose.
See, all those repetitive work, the day-to-day work can be done. It can be replaced by AI, and it's proven.
Gotta learn from
that
these
it works.
laws, make them a lesson.
You know, maybe for those of you who have a 9 to 5. You know, maybe you're working at a JO to B. Imagine that now you have this AI systems, right, that can build your second stream income, that can build your dream life, your wholesaling business on the side. While you're still grinding at your JO to B, your AI agents is building you a second stream income, your own wholesaling business on the side. All you have to do is, we'll show you how to set up your Facebook ads. Lead comes in, you don't have to be the one who talked to seller. Once again, you got AI Addicts, which is your lead manager. She'll qualify them. She'll book the appointment. Once you book the appointment, you don't have to be the one who run the comps. AI Scout will step in and run the comps for you. AI Ryan call, negotiate the offer. So when do you step in? You step in when the deal is under contract. You call the seller. You be like, "Hey, my name is Kong. I actually work with Ryan. I'm actually the transactional coordinator. My job now is I'll be your point of contact. I'm going to help you move this to the closing table." That's when you step in, and now you just sell the deal and get paid. So 75% of the work, which is the work that most of us don't want to do, talking, booking appointment, running comps, negotiating, making an offer, following up. all of that is already handled by AI agents already. You just focus on selling a deal and getting paid. You know? So if you're watching this and you're like, I'm interested, how can I get it? Then all you need to do is, once again, go to aidreamteam.io, and it's going to take you to this page. Okay? All you need to do is hit on skip demo, ready to start. Hit on it, it'll take you down to the payment plan. Now you got two options. Option one is you can do monthly. It's a month-to-month contract. Cancel anytime you want. Right? And you got the starter plan, the business plan. Now, 99% of the investor, they get the business plan because that comes with AI Rhyme, which is your acquisition. That actually close the deal for you, right? And all you need to do is hit deploy business. You go to, once you make your payment, then my team, you get an email of the onboarding. My team reach out to you, get your onboarding, get the system set up, and then you rock and roll, right? Now, for those, if you have the capital, you pay 30%, click annual. You have to pay the whole lump sum up front, which is only $12,575. One deal, paid for itself already. So that's saving you $5,000 if you pay for the whole entire year. Now, if you end up making that move and pay for the whole entire year, which is a long, right? What I'm going to do is I'll personally reach out to you, and I want to invite you into my Wholesale to Million Academy Mastermind. And what that mastermind does is that you be in a room with a small group of us, me and investors. Some are brand new, never done a deal, and some have done over $300,000, $600,000 in a sign already. And there'll just be 10 or 20 of us. And we meet every single Monday, so you meet with me every single Monday, and we go over your business. So imagine you got the system, and you got me in the corner, but you can ask questions anytime you want. Direct access to me. And that's 1 year full access at no extra cost. Now, everyone who's in now has paid $10,000 to be in. So this is a $10,000 value that I included at no extra cost if you end up obviously paying for the whole time. You put there, choice is up to you. Okay? So let me answer any other questions we have here before we wrap up the weekend. But let me ask you this. So today's Saturday. Who is on your team? Who is on your team that's working? Is your business open for business? Because for my business, it doesn't stop. Right? My business does not stop because it's after 5 p.m. My business does not stop because it's a Saturday or a Sunday.
All that old
So if a lead comes in, you know, earlier Sebastian mentioned about speed to lead. Like every experienced investor understands speed to lead. So when a lead comes in, it's how fast you get back to that lead. We got a question here on TikTok.
You better hope, man. You 32 years old, talking crazy. Like, all right. 18 years is a long time.
But all you can go to the link in my bio, search on TikTok, or simply go to aidreamteam.io. All right. So like if let's just say, watch this. So if I call my, so let's just say I'm a motivator. And I called it.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck. I see that shit in the morning. I'm gonna holler back.
Hold on a second.
Take you for a haircut, man. That's warm. I'm in the house, man. I'm not coming back out.
Yeah, hey, I'm interested in getting a cash offer on my property. I saw you guys' ad on Facebook.
Fucking that's it, man. Just come out. As long as they benefit. That's what niggas do.
Like, do you see? Like, if I called into your company right now, who answered the phone? Who's going to be the one who qualified me? You see, every missed call costs you $10, $20, $50, $100,000. So Ken said, how do you generate leads for the AI? So Ken, we teach you how to do it through Facebook ads. That's number one. You can also do direct mail. You can also do text blasts. Remember, as long as the inbound, that's all that matters. So it doesn't matter where the lead comes from. Let's just say you set up a text blast and you tell everybody, hey, I want to buy your house. And anyone who texts in or called in from that number, guess what, man? Your AI agents takes over. So think of them, it's like they are your employee. They work 24/7, 65. No sick leave, no vacation pay, no calling in, no show up, no turnover. Like they always show up. And know exactly what it is that they need to do, every single one of them. Alex is your lead manager. Scout is your deal analyst. Right? You know what they need to do at all times. So once again, we show you how to get leads through Facebook ads, and most of our AI Dream Team investors are spending between $20, $25 a day to $50 a day. And you should be getting, between 1 to 3 to 5 qualified leads coming into your pipeline per day. But once again, we're focusing more on quality instead of quantity. All right? Any other question? Ken said thanks, Kong. Hey, you're welcome, bro. No worries.
Yeah, nigga Charles White.
So anyone on here, who on here has implemented AI into their business and have actually seen a change in their business? Anyone on here besides the AI? Mr. Kong, but you made it sound more
I got
realistic.
here, Charles, he's crazy. It's either you on death or you're just crazy.
So once again, somebody said here is your AI. Once again, we are targeting people who are in their 50s. They know between AI or not AI. And while you're concerning that, oh my God, the AI does not sound so human, once again, result is in the pudding. If you're worried about it sounding like AI, let me bring you on the phone. Let's see how human you sound like. The answer is very simple. Right? If that's what you're saying, and that's what's holding you back, besides the result, you're saying that AI, but they have already produced results for me and for other investors that I have showed you. And you're saying that, oh, well, we bring you on the phone. Let's see how good you are.
Yeah, man, if I spin back, I see you, because you're going to be here about 7
It's
years.
really easy. Well, 5-5 said that's what holding me back. Okay, bro, let me bring you on the phone. You see, you got 3 options: to build, to grow, and to scale your wholesaling business. Option number 1 is you do everything yourself. If that's what you want to do, then cool. So, right? You do everything yourself. Option number 2 is hire VAs or employ. Train them. Manage them. Deal with the turnover. Babysit them. And do that for a while, and you'll be like, oh shit, I don't want to do this. That's option number 2. Hire and train VAs or employ. And your option number 3 is with AI. So which one is it? Now, I understand if my AI has not produced results. I get it, right? Then you can be skeptical. You're like, yeah, I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if the seller will take, it seriously when it's AI. But that's only your thing. Just like when I talked to Sebastian, a lot of you be like, well, why someone would sell their house at 30 to 40% discount or 50% discount? Why would someone bring $70,000 to the closing table to sell their house? Would you do it? Like, no, I'm asking you. Would you bring $70,000 out of your own pocket? Basically, you're taking a $70,000 loss. Bring it to the closing table so you can sell it to somebody that's going to make $50,000 on your house. You probably say no. But there's someone out there that's willing to do it. Because they're in a situation where they need to sell, not want to sell. So it's just that you're not in that situation, and that's fine. People who get my AI systems, all of our investors, they want to build, they're serious. Right? Investor that wants to build, that wants to grow, and want to scale. And they are not interested in option number 1. They're not interested in option number 2. Because they've been there, they've done it, and don't want anything to do with it. And now they're ready for option number 3. They're ready to build, to grow, to scale with AI. So if you're not ready, that's fine. Right? That's fine. But eventually, you come around. I just know it. Because you know why? I've been in the game for over 15 years being a real estate investor. And I've done both. I've done where I was a one-man show, doing everything myself, working 8-10 hours a day in my business, no weekends off. right? Maybe like I'm out for dinner with the wife and all of a sudden my phone just ding, hey, there's a lead come in. I'll be like, oh, hello, right? Call them back or text them back, hey, okay, right? Because I'm afraid to lose out on the deal. Look at this. I just hang up on Alex and she texts me. That's how crazy this is. Look at that. See that? I hung up the phone on her, so she texted me. She said, hey, right? Like she wants to jump on a call. And then I went from going from a one-man show to hiring VAs. And then dealing with the training, the hiring, the babysitting, and the turnover. And I'm sick of that. I did that for a long time. Sick of it. I removed myself from talking to seller, which is great. Then now I put myself in a whole new different job, managing people. I was like, dude, I don't want to manage nobody. And that's when AI comes around, and that's when I went all in to AI. I rather AI have issue where I go and then I prompt it, I fix it, bam, ready to go, right? Not me, but my developer. I go in there, they fix it, bam, they're ready to go again. You know what I'm saying? Do you train Facebook ads with the Ken? Yes, it comes with the system, right? So we show you how to set up your Facebook ads, and plus, once you have the systems, you know, my team are there for your access, call, text, any issue you have, right? We're there to help you every step of the way. Danny said, I'll text your team. Okay, if a realtor has a listing, do I have to pre-qualify for a loan in order to lock up the property? Danny, I don't know what you're saying. Danny, I don't know what you're saying. Now, I would show you guys another text message from one of our AI Dream Team investors. And I think a lot of you, what you're doing is that you're not trusting the system enough. And that's why you're having such issue. So basically, a lead came in and the house was listed for $1 million, right? The house was listed for $1 million. It's listed. And this is the seller who filled out the form on Facebook ads, right? Now this story here is from one of our AI Dream Team investors. So the seller texts in and the property been on the market for over 60 days. So what does that tell you and I? That the property does not worth $1 million, right? So the investor, instead of having Ryan call the seller, because Ryan was going to call the seller and offer the seller like $375, because I think AI Scout ran the comps and I can't remember what he sent over to me, that the property only worth like 600 or 700,000. I'm not exactly sure, so please don't quote me. I have to look at a text message, but he did not trust the system, so he stepped in. So he called, he texted the seller back and offered $750. $750, my friend. He offered the seller $750 to $800,000. Dude, it's too high. See, this is why some of you are having problem with saying, oh man, you know, Ryan doesn't too low. No. Like, dude, let her do her job. Because let me do the math for you. First off, it tells me that $1 million is not one to all. The ARV is not $1 million. But let's just assume that, okay, the ARV is $1 million. If the ARV is $1 million and your investor wants to buy this thing minimum at 70%, so minus 30%, that puts you at $700,000. How are you going to make your money? If you offer the seller $750 or $800,000, like how are you going to make your fee? Come on, man, shit, bro. You see, you're interrupting the system when you should let the system work. Because he's afraid that he'll lose out on the deal, but it's not a deal to begin with. So he's afraid that Ryan makes an offer of $375,000 that the seller would get pissed off. But it's not a deal to begin with. Like, do you guys understand what I'm saying? So that's why the ARV is like right around 1,000. That's why Ryan offered $375. Once again, if the seller accepts, you hit a home run. If the seller don't accept, then it was never a deal to begin with. But he just wanted to interrupt the system. Like, so it's really worth around, even say around 700,000. 700,000 minus 30%. Well, that puts us at 490. And I don't know how much rehab it needs. Once again, I don't know what the comps is of what Scout said. But my whole point here is let the system do its thing. Because if Ryan has no emotion. She doesn't care if she get screamed at, cuss at, yell at, or hung up on. She will still show up the next day and work for you. So he's like, what are you worried about? That she's going to quit? So Ryan would offer $375, and let's say the seller said, no, F you, hung up the phone. Well, guess what? She'll put that on her follow-up and will continue to follow with that seller. And maybe 30, 60, 90, 6 months from now, the seller gets into a situation where he'll be like, you know what? Shit, that 375 is looking pretty damn good right now. Just like the story that Sebastian just told. Seller listed for $299, he said. I can't remember. $299. And then continued to drop the price and finally accept $170,000. But he didn't make any money. He brings $70,000 to the closing table. And my friend, is how a follow-up works. Most wholesalers don't lose out because they don't have enough leads. It's because they suck with follow-up, right? They get a no, they follow up once, they follow up twice. I used to be in the exact same position. They follow up once, they follow up twice. They're like, man, this seller's not motivated. Move on. And that's your problem. And that's why most wholesaler problem is. And that's why you're not making as much money or you're not closing as much deal as someone who has a follow-up systems that they go off. They don't care what nationality you are. They don't care what racist you are. They don't care what skin color you are. They go with the formula. They go with whatever the system is. Listen to me. When you go to McDonald's and you place your order, do they care if you're Asian, Caucasian, African, American? Like, do they care? The answer is no. Because you all gonna get the exact same food, right? Depending on what you order, and it's going to go down to the line the exact same way. And that, my friend, is a system. No emotion, no feelings. Which means when a seller reads out, Ask's going to qualify him. He's going to book appointment. AI, like he always do. He don't care if you're nice on the call, you're not nice on the call. He don't care if you're Caucasian or Asian or East Indian on the call. Don't care. He run his comp. He don't care what you want. He don't care what you think. He don't care what you think the offer is. And someone already said McDonald's sucks. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make McDonald's, you don't like McDonald's. What you cannot deny is they make millions, hundreds of millions, and billions. That's something you can't deny. I don't care if you like me, don't like me, doesn't matter. I still make money. You guys understand what I'm trying to say? So AI Scout's going to run, AI Ryan's going to call the seller. She don't care if the seller wants $1 million. She's going to make her offer. And if the number works, great. The number doesn't work, she has no emotion. She just move on. But a lot of you, you're trying to interrupt the system when you should let the systems do its thing. Bro, what you focus on is how can I get more leads into my system so my AI agents can actually go to work. So once again, your employee, you got 6 employees that is working every single day, every hour, 24/7, 365. They can handle as much leads as you. So that's what you should be focused on as a CEO, as a business owner. Don't worry about the day-to-day tasks. You just let them do their shit. Your job is to bring more leads. Stop interfering. Just bring more leads into the pipeline, my friend. And I promise you, the system works. Because it's proven that it works, man, right here. For many of our investors. Look at this. It's proven that it works. So just trust the process, trust the system, and let it do its thing. And you're watching this, you're like, I'm ready to go. Then all you need to do is, if you're on YouTube, you can click the link in my description, or once again, go to AIDreamTeam.io. I love to work with you, right? I love to be alongside your journey, to help you build, to help you grow, to help you scale your wholesaling operations, leveraging AI. And I'll tell you right now that we are the only one in the industry right now that have the systems. Nobody else. Every other AI company out there, all they have is what, a lead manager. Someone who just qualify your leads. And they're charging even way more than what we charge. But for me, it's not about the price, because I know the majority of investors that we work with, it's not about the price, but it's about results. And I've always shown you the results. And you and I truly believe that there's better out there to team up with than us. And let me explain to you why. Because while you're out there closing deals, focus on your life, we are the one who's building behind the scene for you. Which means Lana and I, we don't settle for okay, for average. We will continue to build, to grow, and to improve our system and our AI agents, to make them better every single day. So there's a lot of improvement that we are already building behind the scene, and now I'm testing them in my own business. For example, AI Scout is going to get a massive upgrade, where he now be able to pull comps within the last 3, 6, 9 months, 12 months, within a certain parameter of your property that you're trying to lock up, and he will also send you those comps, so that way you can send it to your buyer why your area is where it's at. He also will let you know what's a good exit strategy. Is this a buy and hold? Is this a fix and flip? So you can also send that over to your buyer. So that's an upgrade that's coming very soon to all of my AI Dream Team investors. We're testing in my business now. I'm the guinea pigs, making sure everything is running smoothly before we plug it into yours. There's also going to be an upgrade with AI Ryan. It's going to be Super Ryan. Super Ryan's going to be able to, her voice is going to be, not only her voice is going to change. If you want to keep the original voice, you can, but she's going to be much calmer, much slower. She's going to pace herself a little bit more. Her conversation is going to get a little bit deeper with the seller. But the biggest shift is that she'll be able to negotiate between the price. So you'll be like, hey, Ryan, the minimum is $100,000 and the max is $150,000. So based on her conversation with the seller, she would determine how motivated the seller is and where the seller is asking as far as in price. And she'll be able to say, hey, would you do 105? Would you do 120? Would you do 145? And then she'll creep her way to that 150 if she feels like they're pretty close in price. Now, if they're very far in price where the seller wants 275, she's not going to start with 100,000 and then creep up. She's going to start a little bit higher, right? Because they're very far apart. So that's an upgrade with Ryan that's also coming soon to all my AI Dream Team investors as well. We already put her to the test. She's been working on our business, for a week already. Lon said she wants to give her a run for another week in our business. She already locked us up one deal while she's on testing. So Lon's going to test her for another week in our business, and hopefully after that, we'll be able to push her and roll her out to all of our AI Dream Team investors. So all of my existing investors, just hang tight, stay tuned. There's nothing you have to do. We'll just push it into your CRM, right, into your team, and then notify you. Also, too, is what's coming is we're going to have our own AI Dream Team cash buyers marketplace. Could you imagine? Ryan lock up a deal, and now you have your own cash buyer marketplace with 5 hedge funds that's already in there actively buying in any city, as long as the deal's right, they'll buy it. Now, this is not our platform, but it's a big investor platform that he has built. So imagine if you're using investor base or wherever it is that you're finding your buyer, and they're charging you $10,000 to $15,000 a year. Well, this will replace that. Right? So imagine you're able to post your deal on there and it get blast out to all buyers nationwide. No daisy chain, just to real buyers. And 5 hedge funds that's already in there looking to buy, and they're looking to add more hedge funds buyer in that. So we're hoping to roll that out within the next week or two, right? My whole thing is I rather under promise than over deliver instead of promise you guys something really big and then not being able to perform. So the one thing with Lon and I is we don't settle. You know us. If you've been following me for a long time, you understand. 3 is not a winner. 2, nobody remember. So guess what? We'll have one option. It's to be number 1. So Lon and I, our whole entire goal and mission is to be the number 1. Is we want to build the most fast AI systems for real estate investors out there. Who's serious to build, to grow, to scale with AI. We want to be the one that when you think of us, you'll be like, damn, dude, that's it. That's the AI company I want to work with to help me build, grow, and scale my real estate operations. Once again, if you're not first, you're last. I appreciate each and every single one of you that are tuning in. And once again, if you decided to jump on board, become a part of our AI Dream Team investors, and get into systems, working with you, I look forward to be a part of your journey, to help you build, to grow, to scale, and help you get results like many, 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 many others, investors who actually is a part of our AI Dream Team and got the systems. I look forward to seeing you and having you as another testimonial. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Until next time, fam, take care. And let's go get this money. Listen, work smarter, not harder. Scale smarter, not harder. While they're scaling their overhead and their payroll, we're focused on scaling our profit. While they're working more hours, we're reducing the amount of hours we work because we got AI that can do it 24/7, 365. Take care, and let's go get this moment. Amen.
See my instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Touch him up. Good luck.
Shakur Stevenson, the challenger, chasing history, looking to become the fastest 4-division champion of all time. Teofimo Lopez, the